6. You got 2.
Good afternoon to viewers and those following us here. We're back in Sulphur City today after last evening's encounter where the Renegades were massacred by the Craft Masters. Today we are witnessing the Grosley Knights. They are up against the V4 Bamboo Spring Raiders. And we into over number 2. The score is 9 without loss after the first over. And it will be Devon Eugene from the bowlers from the Players Pavilion end. And he'll be bowling to Zachary Edmond. Comes in, bowls to Edmond outside the off stump. Good carry to the keeper. Edmond just watches this one go through outside the off stump. And as we were saying all of last night, it's a qualification weekend. The winners this weekend most likely will go through to the semi-final. As Eugene bowls short and it's off the glove. It goes down to long leg, 4 runs. This one was short outside the leg stump, and Zachary Edmond having a go. Came off the glove from our vantage point and went down to long leg for 4. The man behind square there is in the circle. So he had no chance of cutting this one off, and 4 more runs to the total. Takes the total on to 13 without loss. So it's Devon Eugene again to Zachary Edmond. He has been carrying the fight for, and he tries to drive this one, but he Just more or less tugging it onto the onside there, hitting high up on the bat and just bounces off into the offside where Dalton Polius picks up. And it's Devon Eugene again. So this time he moved away, tried to swing this one. A loud appeal. Not out to Empire Donovan. So he is stepping away and trying to hike it over the onside. And the players probably heard something and went up with the appeal, but Empire Donovan unmoved. So game number 9, Knights versus the Renegades. As this one from Eugene is just dug out by Edmund. Eugene at the top of his mark, wait. He'll be bowling to Edmund. Hold. And it's on the steps away and hits it to the right of the man at mid-on and goes into the boundary for 4. A good shot there by Edmund. You're just stepping away and hitting through the line there as this one was pitched up just about midland leg to the right of the man at mid-on and down to the boundary for 4. Score moves on to 17 without loss. Will be Alex Antoine again who opened the bowling, and he will be bowling to Taylor. This one is outside the off stump, making no contact there. Anton round wicket bowls to Taylor. He guides it down to short third man there, where it's Devon Eugene who picks up no run. As is Alex Antoine to Taylor. Outside the he drives it down to long off, where the man at long off picks up 1 run. Let's go on to 18. As Alex Anthony around the wicket, bowling to Zachary Edmund, and he hits this one over long on was 6 there. Alex Antoine was pitching up just about midland leg, and Edmund just opening up and hitting this one way over long on for 6. Score goes on to 24. So, view for Bamboo Spring readers in a no-nonsense mood. They've been beating the ball from ball 1 first ball from Alex Antoine. Over number 1 was hit over a long one for 6. So it's Alex Antoine as umpire. Rolling Cooper examines the ball, make sure it's a ball of today that was found. Couple got lost last evening. As Alex Antoine this time is coming over the wicket. Ball so Zachary Edwin is back and turns it around the man at mid wicket, who is Sheldon Arno. Not getting around in time, and the gentleman, the 2 batsmen are quickly through for a single. Taking the score on to 25 without loss, and we're just in over number, as we have completed over number 3. We'll go through the teams for you in a bit. Devon Eugene from the pavilion end, and he'll be bowling to Taylor. Taylor is bowled. He was trying to hit this one somewhere over the players' pavilion and missed, and is bowled a leg stump. So Taylor goes, bowled. Zachary Edmond, sorry, Edmond being bowled there. Edmond just throwing it away, having a big swing at this one. And the batsman going in now is Owen Edward. So Eugene, you're getting some success there. As it's Devon Eugene. He bowled in the batsman Owen Edward. Runs in, bowls. Went back and he fixes one of the pads. He look for one. But only one as Kurt Edwards runs around to square leg, picks up. So the score moves on to 26 for 1. And it's Eugene to Taylor. Straight bat, down, hit it back along the track. And Eugene picks up. So Eugene again to Taylor. He hits it down to mid-on and they scamper through for a single. Score goes on to 27. For 1. As Eugene to Owen Edward. And this one in the block hole, and he digs this one out into the coverage, and it goes. Picked up there by Dane Edward. No run. back at his mark, running in now to bowl to Owen Edward. Bowls now full and he drives, flowing drive down to long off where it's Ano, Shelton Ano picks up, single, 28. And end of over number 4, 28 for 1. As we said, we'll go through the teams for you in a bit. The Bamboo Springs, Zachary Edmond. Owen Edward. DeAndre Taylor, Kim Shalry, Richie Robert, Kern Zave, Al Prince, Lance Sammy, Jermaine Harding, Hafiz Ali, and Leslie James. The Grozy Knights will get it to you in a bit as Arnold left arm over the wicket, he drives and into the cover region, and they're going for it. There might be a run out. There might be a run out. Oh, and he had all but given up DeAndre Taylor. This one was hit into the covers. It was moving well, running around to his right, picked up. The batsmen were hesitating, and at the end of the day, moving well, throwing at the non-strikers and missing. But DeAndre Taylor had already given up. The ball missing the stumps, and he lives to fight another ball. As it's Ano bowling over the wicket from the river end, running into bowl to Owen Edward. Bowls, he drives, lovely shot through the offside. He's running away down to the boundary. The man from long off is running around, picks up now, and they go for a single. Really and truly, it should have been 2 runs taken there, but the batsman just labored through for 1. And even our scorer, John Smith, would have run 2.5 there. So that tells you how slowly the batters run out there, and just losing 1 run there. So the score moves on to 29 for 1. As it's Shelton Ano. He's bowling over the wicket. He'll be bowling to Taylor, DeAndre Taylor. He bowls outside the outside, drives down the ground, and a tumbling save there by the man at long off there, Kimani Melius, and they pick up a single. So the score moves on to 30 for 1, and I guess these two will have to rebuild. Although there was a brisk start, but the man who have been carrying the flag for the Bamboo Spring Raiders, Zachary Edmond, he's now back in the hut. As Ano bowls and it drives through the offside. That should be 4. It's running across the turf into the boundary. It goes now. 4 runs. Ano was pitching up just about on the off stump, and Owen Edward just leant into this one. It's the type of shot you would see at the highest level. Although the ground is not as lush green as Lord's or even as Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, it really sped away off the carpet for 4. Short and down the leg side, it goes for a swing, and Empire Cooper, not quite sure. Well, she did not signal, so it meant that it probably flicked the shirt or something of Owen, or the pants or something, going through to keeper Vidal Crandon. So it's Ano turns, running in. He's bowling over the wicket, bowling to Owen Edward, bowls short, and Owen Edward just guides this one down to third man. where it's Kurt Edwards who picks up, and the batsman run through for a single. The score 35 for 1 after 5 overs, and both batsmen at the crease now, as well as the batsman who got out, they look pretty comfortable. No dangers in the pitch, and so far the couple of matches, the 6 matches we have seen before, there's been no terrors in the pitch for the batsmen. It's really a strip reminiscent of that at the Midfield Park and the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. So I think a lot of persons coming in here today would be coming in to see young Al Prince at the crease. Today he has been sent down the order. Maybe a tactical move there by Coach Junior De Rose. So it is change of bowling. It's Siobhan Joseph to take it up from the pavilion end. And he'll be bowling to Owen Edward, who last over played 2 hours ago, played an exquisite cover drive as bowls short, and Owen Edward is back on a cross, stylishly in behind it. Owen Edward played for the national team a couple of years ago, but went off the radar. Not quite sure why, but he's a very good batsman. If he gets his eye in, he can really destroy the attack. As it's Joseph into Edward, is a cross and plays one into the covers, where it's Alex Antoine moving in like a hare and picks up. No run. As it's Siobhan Joseph again and this one is fishing there. That's Owen Edward. He wasn't too sure. He was pushing at it, and this one just going past the outside edge. So it's 35, still at 35 for 1. This one, good delivery. This one was lifting, and Owen Edwards getting in line and just rock the head back as they watch it go through to keeper Vidal Crandon. And Siobhan Joseph has that tendency every now and then, gets the ball to pitch on the seam and just rear off a goodish length. Medium pace by nature as he bowls. Again, this one pitched just about on the leg stump and threatening the rib cage there of Owen Edward. So he's able just to knock it down on the onside. No run. He's been a little watchful against Joseph, as Joseph is into Edward short, and again he's back on a cross stylishly, and just knocks it down in front, where the bowler just moves across and picks up. So the score is 35 for 1. So it was a maiden over, and these maiden overs are a rarity in T20. So it's Dalton Poole is a captain. Is making a change at the top end. He has pulled out Shelton Arno from the attack, and it looks like Mervyn Wells will be getting a bowl today. Yes, Wells will be turning his arm over. Sometimes he seems to have a golden arm. Just takes wickets when you least expect. So Captain Dalton Poole is probably expecting Mervyn Wells to do the trick. This pair, as he comes, bowls, and Taylor is in behind this one. DeAndre Taylor plays it into the offside where Dalton Poole picks up. We're into over number 7. In comes moving wells. Around the wicket bowls. Flicks it just to the left of the man at a sort of straightish mid wicket. But you have Kurt Edwards on the mid wicket boundary who runs in and picks up. Was in the air for a bit, but not close to any fielder by any stretch of the imagination. And it's a single. 36 for 1. As it's moving wells, and this time when he steps up, he was advancing. It goes off the inside edge and down to the man at short, a fine leg there, who makes a tumbling. That's Joseph, tumbling save there. And still able to get a single, but Owen Edwards was advancing. Wells saw him and bowled it into the block hole. Wells to DeAndre. This one is full to the bat. He drives it down to long on, but the man from mid wicket will come and will cut it off before it gets to the man at long on. That's Millen David. And another single. It's 38 for 1. And this time he tries to go for a big drive. There's Owen Edward. It was a little further up, but a little inward movement. It got the inside edge and got onto the onside where Alex Antoine picks up. He's moving wells again. Bowls full to the bat. He just knocks it down to long on. Kimani Melius picks up. And they take a single. So that's the end of the over. Well, a good tight over from Mervyn Wells. No boundaries in this over. And the score moves on to 39. So from this over, just 4 runs coming off this over. So a good over from Mervyn Wells in the context of the other overs. And we see the man of the day, we hope, Al Prince, young Al Prince, padded up. And a lot of persons will be flocking here to see young Al Prince explode. Well, not literally, with the bat that is. And it's Siobhan Joseph from the pavilion end. He'll be bowling to Owen Edward. Here he goes. As he just waits. Just waiting as the Polius just makes a few minor changes. As Owen bowls, when he swings this one around, will he get there? No, it does. Into the boundary it goes. 4 runs. This one was short, but Owen Edwards was already on the back foot and waiting for this one and just pulled this one in front of square. Kurt Edwards, who is on the square leg boundary, couldn't run around, and 4 runs to Owen Edwards. The score moves on to 43. This one is short and he hammers it through the offside. They go for one, they're coming back for 2. Owen makes it. So 2 runs. So score moves on to 45, approaching 50 mark. As Joseph is into Owen Edwards, short, and he turns it nicely off the pads. Dalton Polius is in attendance at mid-wicket. And they run through for a single. Well, good intelligent batting so far by the two, DeAndre Taylor and Owen Edward. So far they have put on 21 for the second wicket. This one is worked into the outside. Sheldon Anno picks up, no run. .46 for 1. This one, good delivery. Taylor just knocks it down in front of him, no run. Score remains on 46 for 1. So the first game in play there, Grosley Knights, they are up against V4 Bamboo Spring Raiders. The Raiders in a bright orange. This one from Wells, just going through outside the awesome. Owen Edwards having a flash at it and missing. Wells jumping in anticipation of an edge. As it's Owen just holds him up for a bit. And it's Wells again running into bowl to Owen Edwards outside the awesome. And he tries to work it into the onside. Hits the bottom of the bat and just rolls back along the track. So Moving Wells doing a good job there for Captain Polius, just stemming the run flow so far. Wells bowls, he advances and he hits this one through the offside, but the man covering on the boundary will pick up as he runs around to his right. That's good, Edward. Owen Edwards was advancing. Moving Wells was dropping it short. And he just spanked it between the man at extra cover there and the man who is at backward point, who is Devon Eugene. There's a wide gap there. Wells into... Bowled him! A slow delivery, and DeAndre Taylor was deceived by this one. A slow delivery from Moving Wells. He was through the shot before it got to him. Missed and is bowled. And as I was saying earlier, Moving Wells, the man with the golden arm, he has done the trick for his captain, Dalton Polius. A slow delivery. DeAndre Taylor was looking to work it to the onside, missed and is bowled and makes his way back to the pavilion. So, the new batsman in, Kim Shalry, former national. Missed the last game. We understand through a back injury, but he's in. And I also must tell you that the captain of the team, Kediles Porris, he is not in today's game. We have no idea. We've heard a little rumors around, but we cannot confirm why he's not into tonight's team. I don't think he is here. So second wicket going down. It's 47 for 2. And the next game would see South Catches Lions. They take on the home team, Club Whispers, Sufre Stompers. And it's a must win for the Stompers if they are to go through to the next round. As Wells into Shalry, and he is back and trying to dab this one down and get himself in all sorts of a tangle there. this one, he plays it to the right of the man at third man. It goes and down to the boundary for 4. So it looks like another bowling change. Dalton Poole is the captain. He'll be bowling from the pavilion end. Right arm off spin. Comes in, bowls to Owen. He drives to extra cover, where it's Alex Antoine. Picks up. He's in again, bowls to Owen. And just over the man at extra cover, and they go for a single. Kimani Melius picks up. When Edward was reaching for this one outside the off stump. Paulus bowls and Shalry comes forward. No run. 52 for 2. This time he just runs it down. Past the man at backward point, who runs back and they pick up a single. There will be some giveaways today for the test match coming up, some season tickets. As Paulus bowls and he drives this one between the man at the extra cover and the man at long off and goes down to the boundary for 4. Tossing this one outside the awesome, and Arwen Edward took the initiative, hitting it between the extra cover and the man on the long off boundary and hit it down to the boundary for 4. So it's moving well, short, and he goes for the cut, and he's out, he's caught behind. This one was shot outside the offstump, and Kim Shalry was trying to cut it through the offside. It took a fine edge and taken by keeper Vidal Crandon. So again, the man with the golden arm, Mervyn Wells, picks up another wicket. This time the wicket of Kim Shalry, the dangerous Kim Shalry. And he makes his way back to the hut. It's 57 for 3, and out walks no other than number 47, Al Prince. The attacking, explosive, aggressive, and all the other saves, Al Prince. So Al is off the mark, Al Prince is off the mark, and everybody is in expectant mood, which Al Prince has turned up at the crease today. As it's moving well, the score is on 58 for 3. Wells into Owen Edward. He's back and plays it into the mid-wicket area. Short mid-wicket where Dalton Polius picks up. Wells so far has picked up 2 for 10 and he's in his third over. This one, he plays it down to long on. Melius comes in, picks up. One more run to Owen Edward. The score on to 59 for 3. Al is back and turns it onto the onside. They go for a quick single as Polius runs in and tries to underarm it, misses the ball, and they take a quick single. Score on to 60 for 3. For 3. Ball into Al Prince. In, bowls to Prince. Prince is on the back foot, was winding up for a big hit. Just stabs it down in front of him. As it's Al Dalton Polius to Prince. Short. Prince back cut is going down to the boundary. It will have the legs. It gets there now. 4 runs. This one was short and Prince was back cut in there off the edge. There's no third man, backward point. The backward point is moving well, chase for all his worth, but couldn't pull it back in, and 4 runs to Prince. 64 for 3. Prince hits the swan, 1 bounce to the man at long on, Joseph, and they pick up a single. $65 for 3. Dalton Polius to Owen Edward. Short outside the awesome. Owen was essaying a square cut there. Not making contact. As Dalton Polius into Owen Edward, and he hits it straight back over the head. That's 4 runs, 1 bounce. This one was pitched up outside your stump, and Owen Edward was just stuck it just a little to the right of the bowler. Long on and gets 4. And he goes again for a big hit. It goes between him and the stump. And taken by keeper Crandon. And don't forget the place to be tonight is not advice, but at the Super Mini Stadium to take in the South Castries Lions and Super Stompers. So the score 69 for 3. As it's moving well, his ball in his final over. So far he has picked up 2 for 12. And he'll be bowling to Al Prince. Ball, slow delivery, and Prince takes it on the full. Plays it out into the offside where it's Milan David who picks up. And they go for a quick single. So the score on to 70 for 3. And we have seen here the pass score is about 150 plus. As this one he knocks it back along the track, no run. So it's Wells again to Owen Edward Bowles, slow delivery, turns it off, and Al Prince going for this quick single, and they get home. And you recall in the last game Al Prince was attempting a second run and was found wanting, and he was run out. But this time a little less pressure there. I guess they will get home. So it's Wells to Prince. Short, and Prince was trying to swing this one from wide outside the off stump. And the umpire signals 1 for the over. This one went over his shoulder. With 3 wickets down, I don't think this is a short Al Prince should be looking to play. They should be looking to consolidate. He has Owen Edward there with him. Owen Edward should be the senior of the 2 batters. As Moving Wells runs in to bowl to Prince, and he goes for a big drive and plays over this one. Goes through the keeper, Crandon. 71 for 3. As it's Moving Wells. Final delivery in the over. 2 for 14. Good spell. And he launches this one down the ground. Will he get a good stop there at the long one by Melius? And they're through for a single. And that ends the spell. A very good spell by Moving Wells. 4 overs, 2 for 15. Really putting the brakes on the scoring there, and in the process picking up 2 wickets. So another spinner introduced from the pavilion end. It'll be the left arm orthodox spinner, Milan David, and he'll be bowling over the wicket. .72 for 3 after 13 overs. Oh, so another 7 overs still to go. David, he'll be bowling over the wicket to Al Prince. Al Prince surveying the field. David in bowls, and Prince is right back on his stumps. Plays it out into the offside. Moving Wells runs in and picks up. No run. So it's David again. He marks his run. And he bowls to Al Prince. Here he goes, bowls to Prince short. Prince is back on his stumps again. Pushes into the mid-wicket area where Dalton Polius picks up. So something's about to happen. Al Prince 2 dot deliveries. David Bold. And he launches this one high over mid-wicket. That's 6 runs. I did say so. Something was about to happen. 2 dot balls bowled previously. And Al Prince just takes the score on to 78. And if Al Prince should get going here, the ground will be too small to fit the spectators. David again. Left arm over the wicket. He'll be bowling to Al Prince as he settles. He goes in, bowls to Prince. And Prince just turns this one and he says no. Owen Edwards was trying to encourage him in taking a quick single. But he should have done a little better with this one. Try to turn it a little finer. Because there's policies at mid-wicket and there's nobody right round as the ball. He hits it this time again, this time to mid-wicket. All along the ground this time. Kurt Edward picks up on the mid-wicket boundary. 1 run. 79 for 3. In comes, he's bowling around the wicket. He'll be bowling to Owen Edward. And he drives that one is in the block wall and it beats the bowler and Dalton Polius at short mid-wicket and they go for a single. Score on to 80. 80 for 3. So 22 run, 23 runs so far for the 4th wicket between Al Prince and Owen Edward. Owen Edward is on 30 and Prince is on 16. So another 6 overs to go. Maybe some instructions coming from the dressing room from Junior Road.
Yeah. Thanks.
So Devon Eugene brought back into the attack. And he'll be bowling from the far end. He'll be bowling to Owen Edward. A shout out of good friend over in the US of A, Mario Lawrence. I'm sure he would have enjoyed being part of this this SPL setup, whether as a player or as part of the commentary team. But no doubt we will see how things work out next year. As is Devon Eugene bowling to Owen Edward. Fully on wide outside the off stump and duly called by umpire Cooper. Well, been doing a fairly good job so far. So too has Alan Ashby and Bartholomew Donovan and also Jackie Williams. Jackie Williams has departed since then. She's back to her homeland, Jamaica. Full delivery, he drives past, extra cover, they look for 1. Will they go for 2? He bubbles it there, Arno, but they only get 1. And takes the score on to 81. Prince is now in strike. He'll be facing up to Devon Eugene. He bowls short. The Prince jumps back and knocks it into the onside and picks up a single. Alex Antoine runs in and picks up. Devon Eugene bowls to Owen Edward and he flashes outside the off stump. Foolish delivery. Should have done a lot better with that. No run. As it's Devon Eugene to Owen Edward. He's back on the course. It's up to the man at extra cover. Dalton Polius, no run. So it's Eugene, Devon Eugene to Owen Edward. He hits it, drives off the pads up to long on. Kimani Melius comes off the boundary, picks up 1 run. 83 for 3. This one launches into it, goes over the man at long on there, or to the left of the man at long on there for 6. Takes the score to 90 after 15. So it's David again, Milan David. And he'll be bowling to Owen Edward, who's on 32. Round the wicket is David. He bowls to Edwards. This one he floats it up. And Edward just hits it back along the track. David and Owen Edward, he tugs this one from outside your stump down to long on where it is Siobhan Joseph fields. They go for a single. So Al Prince is slowly getting himself together. Probably thinking of where should he deposit this one. Surveys the field now. Settles. Looks like the middle stump guard. As David is in to him, tosses on. Al drives. Oh my goodness! Off the hand of the bowler into the ankle of Donovan. Donovan not able to umpire. Donovan not able to get up to the weighing time. That was certainly heading towards the boundary. This one was powerfully struck. As David again, round the wicket he goes. Bowling to Al Prince. And this time he's launched. This time he goes into the crowd. 6 runs. This one was floated up outside the awesome. And Al Prince, using the rocket launcher, launched this one over long on for 6. The man on the long on boundary, who is Siobhan Joseph, had no chance of catching this one. And it's 97. So it's David again. He's going in for some rough treatment from Al Prince. And he goes round the wicket, bowl to Prince. And this one off the edge, it goes down to the boundary. 4 more runs. This one was full, and Al Prince was looking to deposit this one over mid-wicket. It came off the top edge, but the man couldn't pedal back, and down to the boundary went for 4. So the 100 is up, 101 for 3. And 44 runs partnership for the 4th wicket. So here we go. It's Milan David to Al Prince. And he plays off the pad. They look for one. He might come back for two. Is Al Prince. No, so he seems to have learned a lesson or two from his last game. Not going for the second run as he calls for some refreshment. We hope it's water. So at the end of the 16th over, 102 for 3. Still another 24 legal balls to go. Al Prince is on 34 and he has gone past Owen Edward, who has been there for a while. Owen Edward is on 33. So Prince 34 from 21 balls. Edwards 33 from 42 balls. So we did say it was maybe a tactical decision to send Al Prince lower down the order, and it seems to be paying off. Because the last game Al Prince was run out for one at the top of the inning, and now a couple of days later he's not out on 34. So what a difference a couple of days make. So it will be Devon Eugene to bowl his final over. And he'll be bowling to Al Prince, who seems to be in the zone at the moment. So here comes Devon Eugene over the wicket from the river end, bowling to Prince. And he drives it down to the long on. Melius has it covered. 1 run. But Al Prince will just shimmy into the offside and back in his normal stance and just drove it down to long on. 103. So we say a pass score here is 140 plus. Let's see if they can get up to that total. There's still another 18, 19 deliveries to go. No. And this one, he drives. He's going to be out caught. He's out. Edward was looking to hit this one over extra cover. Peeled off the outside edge and caught by Gene for 33. The new batsman going is Leslie James. So we are saying it's another 22 balls, legal deliveries to go. So the VA4 team looking to get in the region of 130, 140. And as long as Al Prince remains there, that is possible. Devon Eugene, the batsman did cross, so Al Prince is a 1 in strike. And he'll be bowling to Al Prince. There he goes, Devon's Eugene bowls. Outside, and he slaps this one through the extra cover. They look for one. They're only going to get one because Al is just jogging down the track. He's just content to pick up the single and give Leslie James a strike. So it's 104 for 4. A good attempt at a stop there by Dalton Polius. Leslie James now as Polius brings the man along off a little straighter. Ano as it's Devon Eugene bowls short and he hammers it into the extra cover region, but again they'll just pick up a single. Probably Al Prince just ran out of gas at this point in time. So he was probably driving earlier on a Lamborghini, but now he's probably driving one of those um, Russian ladders. So let's see as it's Devon Eugene, ball to Prince. Prince backs away and tries to swing it over Middlegate and misses. So Al is on Prince, he's on 36. Al Prince on 36 as Leslie James, the new batsman, just calls him down just to have a little chat, saying that we still have a couple balls, just keep your shape. We need to get past 140 as it's Eugene bowls and he swings this one backward of square. They go for one and only one. Score goes up to 106. So at the end of over number 17, 106 for 4.
At the end of the 17th over, that would bring you 106 for 4.
So it's Siobhan Joseph, and he'll be bowling to Al Prince, who's just got stuck in the 30s a bit. He's on 37, probably eyeing a half century. It will be his first at the SPL. Siobhan Joseph running into bowl to Al Prince. He's down, he cuts it down to wide third man. Picks up a single. Probably figures that he just missed out there. The score goes on to 107 for 4.
current score 117 with a loss of 4 wickets. 117 for 4. Another wicket has fallen, another wicket down for the Bamboo Springs Viewpoint North Raiders. Current score 121 for 5. To win something big. Spl T20 we're here. They're ready to run the trick on the ball, take advantage of all the specials here today.
So as we take a well-deserved break, Bamboo Spring V4 Raiders 145 for 5. Al Prince hit the top score of 39. Arwen Edwards, he got 33. And Leslie James, he was not out on 24. So when we return in the next 10 minutes or so, when we'll see the Grosley Knights making a reply, it's goodbye from the Sufemini Stadium.